Sketch mug. Hey, flosstube.
Hi, flosstube. We're the Stitchin' Misfits.
Without our Stitchin' Misfits mug.
No, but these are more fun mugs.
I have the Cross Stitch Nation mug.
That she got me for Christmas.
That I got her for Christmas.
And I have Gudetama, the world's laziest egg. Look at him being lazy. That's so cute. And look, you can see his butt crack too. That is a lot of Gudetama butt.
That is a lot of Gudetama butt.
That is a lot of booty. So yes, this is my Gudetama mug and my cross stitch mug.
Yeah, show him the egg with his head in the shell.
Egg with his head in the shell.
That one.
That one.
That's me. That's been my feels all week.
Yes, as she's been fighting off the zombie virus or whatever she's contracted from Stitch Away.
Upper respiratory crap.
It's
awful. Anyway.
So, it's good to be back.
So what we drinking?
What are we drinking? You got the tea right there.
Oh, we are drinking Adagio Valentine's.
And what all is in it, Miss Hanane?
Okay, this one has black tea, rose petals, natural chocolate flavor, natural strawberry flavor, cocoa nibs, dark chocolate chips, and strawberries. When we tried it without milk,
it was okay.
It was okay.
Better than that autumn mist green we had last time. Whew.
That was awful.
That went in the trash. I couldn't even give that to anybody that I thought might enjoy it because I didn't think anybody else would enjoy it. But this, yeah, it's okay warm. But then I was like, it tasted like it needed some milk. And so we added some milk and some sugar. And it's pretty good.
See, I like my regular, like, iced tea, kind of half-half. I used to drink it without sugar at all. And then it got to being, like, really bitter and I couldn't take it anymore. And so now I drink my regular, like, you know, just iced tea. I drink it half sweet, half unsweet. And all herbal teas, I've always had sugar in them because I think the sugar brings out the flavor.
Oh, some of them, yeah. Especially mint ones.
Yeah.
It really brings out mint ones.
Oh, yeah. I can't have mint tea. That's just hands down a no-go. I will not drink mint tea without sugar at all, period. And that's just from years of drinking
Moroccan mint tea. Yes, which is like super sugary.
Very super sugary. So did you order your Adagio? Did you get your free mug?
I did. I placed an order for Adagio yesterday. I was going to try and wait till the 31st. For the full moon tea, and they also have a special tea that they've been hinting at the past few weeks for the blue moon, because this month, since the 31st will be the second full moon in 1 month. Tea? Yes.
They showed a picture of it. I think it's on their @Adagio on Instagram. You can.
It was a story, so it goes away after 24 hours.
Bummer.
They only had, because I tried to look for it again to see, because it had a picture of it, and it's going to be called Bella Luna Blue, and there's this new kind of a fad or trend in tea where I want to call it pea berry or something. There's some sort of flower that they add to tea that when you brew it and then add lemon, it turns colors. It turns from like blue to purple. It's really cool. And so Adagio is going to have one to celebrate the blue moon on January 31st.
I totally want to try this because it looks so pretty because it was in a clear glass mug, and I have clear glass mugs from IKEA. I think it looks so pretty.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to order some. I placed an order yesterday because I logged on to Adagio to see what all I was going to have for my order, because I usually do the $49 minimum order to get free shipping. And they said, okay, if you order now, you get this free, like, I Heart Adagio Valentine's themed glass mug and some free Christmas teas that were left over. So I'm like, okay, that's double free stuff first, you know. I was like, might as well, because trust me, I can finish up.
Was it only for yesterday?
They might, it said as...
Because I know I put everything in my cart, I just didn't check out because I fell asleep.
I think it said as long as supplies last, but you know, like free stuff, supplies don't last. So yeah. I just went ahead and got it, and then I have enough points to where if I order the Blue Moon tea on Wednesday, then I can pretty much get that for free. Anyway.
Yeah, if I place this order, then on Wednesday I can be able to get mine for free too.
Yeah, so
exciting.
So we'll have lots more teas to share with y'all. This was another sample that we got, of course. Comes in these little sample bags. I have to say, I don't know if I would buy a whole bag of it, but it's not bad as a sample.
Something to try. Something
to
different.
try. Yeah, something different. I think if you're having a Valentine's Day themed tea or something, it would be kind of cute.
I want their kettle.
Which kettle?
Because on the tea, it tells you what temperature to heat your water to, and for how long, and for how long to steep it. And they have a kettle that you can set the temperatures.
It's precision, because I mean, there's like the normal electric kettles, but they have one that's precision. So like a lot of black teas, you brew at boiling point of water, which is 212 degrees.
Which is what general kettle, the whistle.
Yeah, that means the water's boiling. It's 212 degrees approximately. But there's some lighter teas, like white teas in particular. You have
jasmines.
Jasmine's a green, so yeah. So some of those teas you have to brew at a slightly lower temperature, usually around 185, 190, something like that.
My father-in-law never let the kettle whistle whenever he made tea, and my father-in-law, may he rest in peace. He made the best Moroccan mint tea, and he never let the kettle boil.
It's like he was Moroccan or something.
It was like he was Moroccan.
It was like he was Moroccan.
And
he was.
Traditionally in Morocco, it was the men who made the tea, and it was a tradition that he passed down. His son didn't get it.
Oh, can Sufyan do it?
Hassan made sucky tea.
Oh,
sucky tea. Sukaina.
He was adopted.
Sukaina. I told her when she went to stay with her grandmother. 3 years ago now?
Yeah, it's been a few years.
Yeah, I told her, I go, you're going to be with Lala. I want you to stay with Auntie Rashida, because Rashida makes the best tea in the family. Stay with Auntie Rashida and learn how to make Moroccan mint tea. And she did, and she makes it really well. You know who else makes really good mint tea, Moroccan mint tea?
Who?
Samira.
Nice.
Your girl's got
it's like she's Moroccan too.
She's half, but it's okay.
Well, she got the half that can make the tea at least.
Got the half that can make the tea, but I
make a decent Moroccan mint, I have to say.
My father-in-law could rock it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that stuff was good.
Yeah,
and the water makes a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Because tea in Casablanca, which is near the ocean, and you can taste the sea salt in the water. I don't like tap water. I don't drink tap water in Casablanca. And the well water in Marrakesh is totally different. And you can tell the difference between the teas.
I have to say, that was the big one I was in Italy, why the coffee tasted so good. And I think it was because of the water. Because Rome it's mostly natural springs.
Oh,
they had, to refill your water bottle in Rome, you had like the little spouts, like you had back in the day on the farm, where you open it up and push down, and that was like the best water ever.
Oh, those old pop teas.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And that was the best water ever. It's like so cold it freezes your esophagus, but you just keep drinking because it's so good.
Those old pump things were on the farm where you had to, you pulled it up, you had to get it up, and then you went, and a couple of times before the water came. I love that stuff.
And I think my husband, he's not going to say anything because he doesn't want you guys to hear that he exists. I think that's where he really fell in love with coffee, because he was not a coffee drinker when we first met.
That's right.
And he would very rarely drink coffee. But when we went to Italy, it was like every day, sometimes multiple times a day, where we would go get cappuccinos and espressos, and they're like no bitterness, just nice and smooth. It was awesome.
All right, so that is our coffee tea review and our opinions on what makes the best coffee.
Yes, I think Stitching with a Dachshund, she wants us to learn her some about tea.
Yeah, I saw a couple of comments, and the Chupacabra is apparently a tea and brew bar.
It's a bar.
It's a bar.
Yeah.
They have coffee, teas, and booze.
So
beer.
That sounds awesome.
The
Chupacabra.
The Chupacabra. I'm like, we're there.
It does exist.
So you're supposed to be hitting us up you're supposed to be messaging us on Instagram too, so we can.
We might be in your area sooner than Hanane thinks.
I don't know. I know nothing. Okay, so whips Annie.
All right.
Whip it good.
Okay, so I'll start with my knitting one because that just happens to be the one that's close by here. I got cast on for my Mina shawl,
I did too.
and I finished the first lace chart, which is like only eight rows, and everything on the back side of the shawl is just all pearls, and so that's nice and easy. It kind of gives you a break from having to count all of the lacy bits. And now I'm in the garter stitch second. What are you looking at? You okay?
I was trying to find your beads.
Yeah, there's only beads along like the first row.
I decided to use black beads in the red and red beads in the black.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
That'll be cool. But yeah, I'm in the garter stitch section now, which is just short rows that you go back and forth. And then I will start the big charts.
Garter or stockinette?
Oh, sorry, you're right. It's stockinette.
Okay.
It's stockinette back and forth. So it's looking pretty so far. I like the sparkles do add a lot to it for me.
Yeah. You got the sparkle. I gave you the sparkling yarn. It does look good.
Yeah. So that is Miss Mina.
My Mina, I cast on. I watched a little quick tutorial on the beading. Got the whole bead row done. Was knitting the second row of that portion of lace and screwed up.
It happens.
I do not know what I did wrong. So I was trying to tink back and that didn't work. So I just ripped it all out. I'm going to cast on again. And I think it also had something to do with the fact that I didn't feel good and I wasn't really concentrating the way I should. So
yeah, this is one of those lace projects. For a lot of times you have to concentrate. Sometimes if you finally get the pattern and it's really easy, you can do it from memory. But this one I kind of have to think about.
I knit Sahara's wedding shawl like in 14 days, which she ended up not wearing, but whatever.
You're not butthurt about that at all.
No, I keep telling her I want that shawl back because I will wear it.
I think it's fair.
And she hasn't ever worn it, so.
Aww.
I mean, I'm not butthurt about it. It's not something that she was going to wear an off-white dress and ended up getting a white dress. So.
Want some more tea?
I'm gonna try now.
I'm gonna show off my cute little green teapot.
It's very cute.
Also from Adagio.
It's very cute. All right. So what else you got?
All right. My other. I've been working on some of the rice socks. I did actually get cast on for a sock in the right size. Now I have that somewhere, but it pretty much looks like the socks you saw last time, so I didn't think that'd be really that interesting to show. And I do have an
Christmassy
FO to show later, but right now
and an FFO.
Yes, an FO and an FFO. But so I wanted something to do, but I didn't want to go back to something complicated, so I'm starting on cheap Ada here with colors I picked out. Office, Sweet Office, it's gonna say. Right now it's Fussy Wheat Office. So I've been working on that, and it's fun because it's 14 count Ada. I don't have to wear my little magnifiers and pay too much attention. I can just sit back and stitch on it and enjoy.
Why did you choose Christmas colors?
It's not really Christmassy. There's like orange. I actually did that because the colors that the pattern calls
is
for.
Is this orange?
Yes.
Okay. It's just the lighting.
Yeah, it's the lighting, and I mean, I guess it could be a little Christmassy, but the colors that it called for were really bright, and I just wasn't feeling like working on those right now, and it could have to do with the fact that I just didn't want to search for the colors. So I was hey, these colors look kind of fun. Let me do this. So
I have to take it outside, look at it in the natural light, because I can't. It looks
very Christmassy.
Yeah.
And that's fine. If it's Christmassy, it's cool. Christmas colors is good colors too. So those are my current whips at the moment.
Okay, my whips are. I have a whip / finish, so let me start with that. All right. It's a whip because it is a mystery style. Does that make sense? Yeah. And it's a finish because it is January is done. This is I brought the picture to show. Hang on.
This is one I'd really like to do. I was looking at this person's website or this designer's website and was just amazed by everything.
Okay. Excuse the highlighter doodles. Okay. It is Modern Folk Embroidery, 4 Seasons, Sow. part 1 January, and on January 31st, depending on where we live. He's in the UK, I believe. And Jacob is amazing. He's very friendly, the designer. But this is it. That's what it's supposed to look like.
I think he commented on one of your...
Yes, he did comment on one of mine. And here is my January. This is 14 count Aida that I threw in a hot wash, and it became 16 count Aida. Because that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
And yes, it's done.
What brand Aida is that?
This is the one you get in the tube. The
at like Joann's or...
Yeah, I think it's
Charles Craft or the
Charles. It's either Charles Craft or the
Okay, so
MFG and MCG.
Okay, so me and my coworker Cassandra, who also does cross stitch, we were talking about this, and some Aidas you get at like right out of the package and you start stitching them. Some of them are stiff, but then they kind of loosen up as the starch wears off and as you stitch. But this MCG stuff we got was just so rough. Like, it was tearing her threads.
This is the one, I know the label's green. I think that's Charles Craft.
I think you're right. That's Charles Craft. Yeah, the MCG one, I got like a huge tube of it to do a full coverage piece that I want to do. But I think I'm going to have to, I have 2 tubes actually. One tube is already opened, but I'm going to try and soak some of it to see if it loosens up. Because
maybe soak it in some of our wool wash or something.
Yeah.
Like kookaburra?
Yeah, something like that. Because
because
rough.
This is like...
Yeah, that's like very pliable and
it is
workable.
But I threw it in the wash. I mean, I threw it in the wash. I washed it, dried it, and this is what...
Yeah.
I mean, just straight laundry wash with some towels. Some hand towels that I had.
Nice.
So that is one whip. Another whip that I have is really boring. It's literally just...
if it's a whip, it's a whip.
It's just that.
It's a line.
It's a line.
That's pretty
but
cool.
It is the Quiet Please Quaker. It's a freebie from forget who. It's in her drive. I don't know.
Work. I like it though. That's cute.
Quiet Please Stitcher at work.
Cross stitcher
at work.
Specifically.
So, and this is the Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month Oasis, and I'm stitching it with Gloriana.
Is that silk?
Yes, silk.
Oh, very pretty.
And silk is interesting to work with.
I think I was watching East Coast Crafters' latest one, and she said she didn't like to do silk threads because they caught on her hands. And I've knit with silk before, and I can totally see, because silk has like little flyaway bits. So is silk floss similar to silk?
This Gloriana is a little. I'm trying to think what would be the equivalent in knitting. This one is it's more, you ever knit with like bamboo? It's more this texture is more like that.
Okay, interesting.
So, all right, and then hang on, I've got a couple more whips.
She's more productive than me right now.
Well,
January.
I said I would show what I worked on at the retreat.
Oh yeah.
So I worked on the forest. What's it called? Forest Snowfall,
right? That's a really popular one I've noticed on the Instagrams.
There's a sale going on. Priscilla and Chelsea did this. Little House Needleworks Forest Snowfall.
Cute. Country Cottage, I think.
Cottage. Sorry, Country Cottage, Little House, whatever. Forest
houses.
And that's what I got done at the retreat.
Very pretty. The forest cozy and gather around. The forest is cozying up and gathering around us.
Yep, it is.
Sounds kind of creepy, actually.
So
those trees coming in.
I do plan on getting back to work on that.
That's gonna be cute.
It gave me fits, and I know that. I mean, that part stitched up super fast. I was trying out Pam's Elon stand. Love it. By Artisan. They're out of Oklahoma. I did get this much done on my Bua Latte. That's
Cute.
that is a
One of your ornaments, right?
one of my ornaments for the Halloween.
The year-long ornament.
Yeah.
Fest. I don't know what we're calling it.
So enjoyed doing that. So I just gotta fill him in now and then do the coffee mug.
I actually kind of think he looks good not filled in if he just had eyes. I don't know why, but I kind of like just the outline of him.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
I don't know.
And then I got started also on Beware.
Oh, that's cute.
Beware. This skull gave me fits.
That was a lot of work to get to that skull.
It was a lot of work. That's why she went night.
She went to timeout.
She pissed me off. I literally had to. I had to have a chat with her. It's like, listen, me and you, I do skulls all the time. I don't know what the hell your problem is. But she finally cooperated. But then I was like, screw it, you're going in timeout. So she did. So that is all I worked on at retreat. And that's all of my, well, it's not all my whips, but you know, some of them are in timeout. So
it's okay. That's where they can stay. Until they behave in another flosstube video.
Current whips.
Yep.
But I cannot wait for Clue 2 for the thing, because I mean
that one.
Wow. I think it's just they're working in the single color.
Well, I think you had mentioned a lot of floss tubers are doing this what they're into now type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And lately, I've been into a lot of Scandinavian motifs.
Ooh.
And it's kind of a joke because I did my ancestry DNA type thing.
Oh.
What I can tell you is that before, if you asked me what I was, I would tell you I'm Irish and Polish, like a mixture of Eastern European. On each side. Because I can tell you the person who came over from Poland on one side of the family, and I can tell you the people that came over from Ireland on the other side of the family. Well, me and my husband did the ancestry DNA thing because, you know, what you claim to be can be totally different than what your DNA says you are. Apparently, I'm 30% Scandinavian, so I'm a Viking.
Oh. And
so maybe it's just that's been kind of stuck in my head recently, and that's why I'm looking at all these Scandinavian motifs. Or maybe they're just really cool.
She's a Viking.
I am a big Viking.
I didn't tell you Gunnar came with her too.
Oh, Gunnar, you are a sexy little Viking snowman.
So there's your Viking.
Gunnar and Freya.
Gunnar and Freya.
So yeah, the other thing that I found out was that I thought was shocking. I did come back some small percent Irish and a reasonable percent Eastern European, which I suspected. I did not expect to be somewhere between 10 to 25% Iberian Peninsula. I'm apparently Spanish.
She looks it right.
I know.
Not like me.
Okay, so like people from mainland Spain are fair-skinned and stuff, so maybe, but I don't know. I could not tell you who would be from Spain or Portugal in either side of my family, but somehow that snuck in.
Somehow.
So, and reading a lot of this stuff where people get unexpected results, some people have found out that their parents weren't actually their parents, or that their daddy was not really their daddy.
Sahara, I told you, Sahara believes that I lied to her.
About who her daddy was? Or her daddy lied, more than likely. Because again, what you identify as and what you grew up identifying as can be completely different than what your DNA shows. Does that mean you're any less what you are?
Well, and you said that it goes with whatever's the most.
Yes.
And so if your her maternal side is obviously way more heavy Arabic, Iberian Peninsula, Southern European, North African, then he is Mogul or whatever.
Yeah. See, what can happen, so of course everyone knows you get 50% of your genetics from each parent. So my mother came back as like 51% Great Britain. I came back like 41%. So it's like normally, if you look at it, I would only get 25% from her approximately. But no, it just happened to be the jeans I got from her were mostly Great Britain. So, and the definition of somebody from Great Britain is crazy too.
Yeah, she got heavy on my side, I think. And then him too, I think.
Well, it could be like if he's half Mogul and he's half Arab or Middle Eastern, I think that's classified as. She could have gotten all the Middle Eastern and none of the.
It's like God goes, okay, these all go together. Let's just do that.
Pretty much. It's crazy. Does that mean I'm not gonna call myself Polish anymore? No, I'm still Polish.
Did you see that one commercial where the guy said, "We grew up wearing lederhosen and now he's wearing kilts"?
I'm like, what you are is what you are. Like, I think, like, I don't know. For me, I like looking into the Scandinavian motifs.
Lederhosen's cool.
Just some of the
kilts
artwork.
are cool. So,
I was like, can't you embrace both? I would.
Okay, FOs or.
I think we're time to do FOs, right?
Yeah, what you got?
Okay, I've got my big in here that I am so happy with. Can we have some music? Drum roll, please. I finished my Black Hat Society. I am really happy with it. This is the biggest piece I've completed on linen so far. I did that smaller one, so yay! I have to FFO it, but I'm probably just going to let it chill for a bit until I decide how to FFO it. I do like how people put them on the cubes, the styrofoam cubes, and I've got some cute witchy fabric to do that. So I might do that. I don't know. I did make a mistake on it.
I could never find it.
But I essentially, when I got to somewhere in the tree, I had 3 threads instead of being able to go over 2, so I had to go over 3. It was either go over 3 threads or go over 2 and then go over 1 thread. I thought going over 3 would look a little less sketchy, so I did that instead. You might be able to see it in the middle, but I think it kind of blends in fairly well.
It really blends in. I had to look, and then she eventually had to circle it in the picture. So,
yeah.
Okay.
So I'm really happy about that. Yay!
If you say so. Okay, FFO. I know I had one in here.
FO.
FO.
Single FOs.
Well, fudge. I forgot it again. Okay, so this is one that's been sitting up on my shelf that I did a while back on some Ada that I coffee dyed. It's just a little forest, a couple of deer looking at a tree.
Because that's what.
And a border.
I think I'm gonna moose.
Whatever. Don't even get me started on deer. That deer in the MFE cell drove me insane. I cut it out 3 times. Cut it out 3 times. And then
just won't having none of that.
And then on the last attempt, had to frog back the legs. It was being
frog legs.
Yeah, it was being a pain in my butt. So that is my one FFO that I've had for a while, haven't shown.
I thought that's just FO.
Yeah, FO. Sorry, it's not fully finished. I hope to fully finish it into a little pillow.
That's cute.
For a dough bowl that I do not have. Okay. So I forgot the other FFO when I was walking out the damn door again. I have this really cute bell pull that I finished and have never showed you guys, so maybe next video I'll remember the damn thing.
Where did I put, sad, my little embroidery?
I was playing with it up here. I thought I put it down on the floor.
Sad. Oh, it's hiding behind flosstube.
I know.
If I can grab it.
I know I put it there.
It's back here. Aw. Thank you, husband. So I have that to show whenever we're ready for FFOs.
We're ready.
We're ready for FFOs? Okay, so on my Instagram I posted where I was learning how to embroider and I finished my little travel trailer. This is the first real embroidery I've done. I mean, I guess if you consider needlepoint and cross-stitch embroidery, I haven't, but this is embroidery. So back stitching and a French knot. Back stitching, satin stitching, and a French knot.
A double French knot.
A double French knot is what it was called. And so that one gave me a few fits because I'm like, what are they talking about? So it was one of those little kits I think I showed on
a haul before.
Yeah.
3.5.
Yeah, something like that. So I think it's really cute. And now I'm like, oh, I can totally embroider now. So, yay, more patterns to collect. I do have some Sublime Stitching ones in my stash that I want to try and do too, like the Loteria cards. Yeah, I'll have to find those and show those off on another video, but I'm really happy with this little guy. He's so cute.
He is cute.
My little trailer. So cute.
And that was a kit, right?
Yeah, it was a kit I got at Michael's, and it was one of those...
Stamped.
Yeah, it was stamped, pre-printed fabric and everything. I want to say it was like maybe a couple bucks at the most, and I used a coupon a little bit before Christmas.
That's adorable.
So it's, you know, it's good. The explanation for French knots in the instructions wasn't good enough for me. I had to look it up myself. I had to look up, another tutorial, but I eventually figured it out. So if I had to, I could not French again. So yay.
Yeah, okay, here's my little FFO.
Look at that. There's two of them.
There's two of them. Just a little teeny weeny pillow.
It's a crow and a pumpkin.
It's a crow and a pumpkin.
That is awesome.
I did not.
Touch it.
You can touch it. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just made it into this little
It's an
teeny
ornament.
little Tana pillow. Well, I was thinking I would add a cord and it could be like a scissor fob.
Yeah.
So, FFO.
That is cute.
Paul, I guess, is next.
Okay. Let's see.
How about prezzies?
Prezzies?
Prezzies.
Okay.
You want prezzies?
Yeah, I'll take prezzies.
Okay. Instead of, we'll do haul.
Then we'll do haul.
Okay, so, my three sons.
Woohoo! Thank you. Anything celestial. I grew up in the 90s after all.
That's the, what is it?
In heaven's high the moon like a flower in heaven's high bower with silent delight sits and smiles on the night. Oh, that's cute. I like that one a lot. What is it called? The Moonflower Sampler. That is cute.
It had a moon.
It had a moon. I had to.
And then
She had
here's
to
the
moon
one.
me.
Here's the one that I would just show you the title of.
The Prayer of St. Francis. Oh, that's cute.
Lizzie Kate.
I like that.
I like all the little animals in there.
Yes, the
There's a
critters. There's a
butterfly.
crow, flowers, little hearts. That's a cute version of the Prayer of St. Francis. I like that one.
So those are your prezzies.
Yay! Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, now my haul. Let me see. Okay, so I'm not supposed to be buying things right now. I said I'd only buy them as I needed to finish projects or for like presents and stuff. Now, okay, I technically did just do that for knitting, for yarn stuff, but I wasn't sure if I should extend that to cross stitch. What do you think?
What?
For my resolution.
What was your resolution again?
I said I would only buy yarn 2 times during the year.
Uh-huh.
And I was thinking about limiting it to 2 big pattern purchases a year, like bulk pattern purchases, but I never fully committed to that. So I think I'm in the clear. Anyway, this was with, I had some Christmas present money left over, and I got an email from eBay saying if you spend $20, we'll give you $10 off if you use PayPal. So I was like, I wonder what type of cross-stitch stuff is on eBay, because Hanane's always on eBay for cross-stitch stuff. So
I have a whole tub
I
for us.
got this pretty girl, the Halloween Quaker, and I also...
Who is that by?
This is Lila Studios?
Oh, Lila
Lila
Studios.
Studios, yes. The Halloween Quaker, and I also, since I was getting a discount anyway, I got the little threads for them, because I've never worked with Classic Colorworks before. So I had to try it out. They were, for hand-dyed threads, I thought they were reasonably priced, but look at the depth of color
Those are
on
gorgeous.
those. I mean, the light ones are really pretty too.
So
But
she had the floss kits?
yeah, it was pretty much this one seller on eBay. You could just buy the pattern. You could buy the pattern with the threads, or the pattern, threads, and floss, like everything. So I just went ahead and got the floss because I think I'll figure out what fabric I want to use later. But these.
Look at that orange with the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that pretty? What is
Yeah,
that called?
these are Classic Colorworks. I don't remember. But yeah, like the tone, the jewel tones and the darks.
Okay, I'm gonna open these to see what your color be, because I love that. That orange with the fire orange.
Now I think they gave me enough skeins to do. I think it's 1/2 on 40 count. So if I wanted to do 2/2, then I'd have to get more floss. So I don't know. Whenever I try it, I'll see what it looks like 1/2.
Ooh, it's called lobster claw.
I can see that. That sounds pretty cool.
Awesome sauce.
In that, I love the colors. So Classic Colorworks is they.
Stick that back in there.
So I got that, and then with more Christmas money, I went on Etsy. Shopping. So this I copied Hanane on, because I love Prairie Schooler anyway, and I like Amish stuff because I've been to Lancaster County, to Intercourse, Pennsylvania a few times. I went there one time with my husband, and then another time it was just me and my friend Teresa, and I had fun going to the quilt shops and just hanging out and stuff. It was fun. I tried shoe fly pie, which is pretty good.
Damn Amish.
I know, Amish are cool. But so I saw this, and this is, good lord, dated 1985, I want to say. Yeah, so this is a pretty ancient kit. I love the pattern, but I found the pattern book versus this kit, they were within like a couple bucks of each other. So I'm like, well, let me just go ahead and get the kit, because I mean, I guess thread and floss, or thread and Ada don't really expire, do they? As long as they...
Candy has had fits with this Ada. I mean, well, not with the Ada, with the floss. So
is it just like wears down after a while?
I think it's like dry rots. Kind of type thing. But hers has turned out really pretty. She was working on it at Stitchway.
The same kit?
Candy Stitches? Yeah.
Nice.
I copied her, you copied me.
Okay. It's just a big copy chain, I guess.
What else haul you got?
Let me see. What else do I have here? Ooh, my booklet. Speaking of things I'm into now, my Scandinavian lust now. I found this. Sorry, there's a little glare from the TV. And now you can actually see what we're watching on TV. That's fun.
It's a commercial.
Yeah, it's a commercial. So, 150 Scandinavian motifs. There are some gorgeous ones in here. Oh. This is one of my favorites. Look at all those deer and the owls.
And the trees.
And so it has a bunch of charts in here, and they have examples of how they combine them, like little heart pigs and doggies and duckies. So, I mean, these are, of course, I think these are mainly for knitting, but a chart is a chart. You can use it for cross stitch, crochet, whatever you want to do. There's some, looks like poppies.
Those are cute.
Yes. So, a lot of fun stuff in here. I like this too.
Very geometric.
Yes. So, this book is a lot of fun. I can't wait to plan something here. Ooh, and they're deer. There's always deer. In fact, they have in here, there's examples of what charts they combined with what to make the particular motif. I like these deers right here.
I like the one above.
The one above the mooses.
The mises.
The mises. So, fun book. Barnes & Noble. I got it. I went to Barnes & Noble in person, and the copy they had there looked kind of beat up. And so I looked online, and of course online it was like 40% off through Barnes & Noble, so...
Why do they undersell themselves online? I don't understand. But
they have to compete with Amazon and other retailers.
True.
But I mean, I love going in person to Barnes & Noble. And honestly, if the book was in better condition in person, I probably would have gotten it. But...
Yeah, we've gone to Barnes & Noble, sat down on the floor in the craft section, and just like looked at books for hours.
Rated all of the books and stuff.
That's like one of our things to do.
Okay, and my last thing is I got some new needle minders to show off. So this one, I actually got a copy for me and a copy for my coworker Cassandra because it's the poop emoji. And then there's this teddy bear that the lady Flying Frog Stitchery, she sent me to just test out to see if I liked it. So cute little teddy bear and a poop. And then these were cute. So I have a little Snoopy, a Frappuccino.
That Snoopy's so cute.
A Charlie Brown, and a Pac-Man. So they weren't supposed to send me the Pac-Man. They were actually supposed to send me a second Frappuccino so I could give you a Frappuccino. But she'll be sending the Frappuccino once she gets back from vacation.
I'm getting a Frappuccino. That Snoopy is to die for. He's
yes,
so cute.
I love
who is
Snoopy.
This?
That's Mad for Minders.
Mad for Minders.
Mad for
Cool.
Minders. So that is my. Oh, I don't think I've ever shown off this needle minder that Hanane got me a while back. It's Japan. Isn't that pretty? That's so cute.
It is cute. Love it.
Right, well, that is my loot for today.
Okay, so my haul includes my coloring cotton
Oh, the
January's or December's. I don't know. I'm confused.
It's January. Because I think she sends out She sends out the current month in the middle of that month. So I think those are January's.
This is January. I know you've seen it before on other people's.
But this is our floss tube, so we're showing it off on ours.
Excuse me. Sherwood.
That's pretty.
Princess Blue. And Amethyst. My birthstone.
That's pretty. So I went ahead and signed up for every month.
Did you?
For the fabric and the floss, just because it's so cute.
It is.
And it's really reasonably priced.
It is very
me.
reasonably
So,
priced. Crazy Annie's, not her. Crazy Annie's fabric of the month. I did two. I did the primitive and the brights. This is a little more expensive. It's like $40-something a month, but I wanted fabrics. I thought, I've got enough patterns. I need stuff to stitch them on. So this is Lugana, 28 count. It's called Cabernet.
That's pretty. And these are all Picture This Plus.
Yes, and they're Picture This Plus.
It's bigger.
Yes, and it is a bigger cut.
I like that. Big cut.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So, Cabernet. Here, you put it back in the thing for me. And I've been hearing a lot of people stitch on this. And so the primitive, she sent doubloon. And I know you guys, those of you who stitch, know what doubloon is, but
I think I got you a cut of that for Christmas.
Yes, you got me a cut of this for Christmas too, but I got a ginormous piece, and I love it. I love doubloon. Doubloon is pretty miss.
I always see doubloon and the vintage country mocha.
Yeah,
are always what a lot of the primitive stitcher designers stitch on.
Yeah, so I was very happy with that. I forgot my needle minder of the month from Down on Sunshine Lane. It's a snowman. It's polymer snowman. I like it. It's cute. And she sent a little freebie. Oh, the freebie that was the extra was on my For Snowfall with the little button one. That's cute too. All right, some patterns that I got after we started doing them together, and then I kept forgetting to stick them in my bag. Kathy Barrick, Cat and Mouse. Look at that.
That's cute.
I just love that. All of the designs are inside of the cat.
The cat's body.
Isn't that so cute?
It's like the cat swallowed all those birds.
I know.
That's awesome.
The cat ate the birds.
Yummy.
But look at the mouse underneath the cat's tail.
That's funny.
Isn't that funny?
He's escaping.
He's escaping. And then I got, this is from...
I wonder if they can
West Wind Cross Stitch Designs.
Jane Austen.
It's a Jane Austen sampler.
Jane Austen.
It is. It just says Jane Austen, and then it lists her books.
That's kind of cute.
Yeah. And she sent a freebie one. Chloe snoring.
Yeah, I'm wondering if flosstube can hear my dog snoring whenever we upload it. I'm sorry.
Good apple pie sampler.
That's kind of cute.
A freebie.
I would say good pumpkin pie more than apple pie. But maybe I'm more of a pumpkin person.
Yeah. So those were some that I had gotten that I
So cute.
never showed on the floss tubes.
So
And I finally found out where to get this. It's a Primitive Hair
Ooh.
Sister Stitcher.
Where'd you get that?
I'll send you the link.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a freebie on her
On
blog.
Oh, okay.
On her blog.
Okay, I've seen her blog before. I guess I've just never noticed that.
I had not either, and I'd seen people stitching. I'm like, where is it?
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it, and finally somebody said it's on her blog, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, Primitive Hair Isabel, she's so nice whenever I've talked to her. So.
Okay, so, with the fabric of the Crazy Annie's Fabric of the Month, she did send an Erica and Michael's, and I didn't know that she had sent one until I saw Pam and Steph. And then I went and dug my envelope out of the trash.
And found it. Good job, Slick.
Yeah, you can see that I kind of
Pour it there.
Well, she packed them tight in there. And I was trying to get the damn envelope open and tore this, so. Anyway, amore.
I'm alright.
And she has a cute, I love her little Crazy Annie.
Hope you enjoy what we've sent you from Crazy Annie Stitchy. Oh, that's cute.
Her little postcard was in there.
I'm just glad to know somebody else named Annie. It's kind of a rare name nowadays.
Okay, something else. I don't know whether you consider this haul.
Stitchy mail.
Stitchy mail. Stitchy mail!
Stitchy mail.
Oh yes, I did get a Stitchy mail. Exciting Stitchy mail. This is not it. Well, I'm not saying that. But at Stitchaway, there was this lady. Her name was Lisa Ander. Oops, sorry, I told you her last name. Anyway, Lisa, Miss Lisa. She was wonderful, and she had on this beautiful scarf. It was kind of twisty and lacy and like toothy, sawtoothy. And I was like, ooh, that's so pretty. And so I went over and was admiring her scarf. I said, did you knit that? And she said, yes, I did. And she used to own a yarn store.
Awesome.
In Ohio. And she not recently, a few years ago, shut it down. But anyway, this is one of her knits. And so I was admiring it, and I asked her, what's the pattern? And she's like, I don't remember the name, and I was like, is it on Ravelry? And she's like, I don't know. She goes, I will go and I will find it, and I will send it to you.
Awesome.
So she sent it, and so
Twist and Lace.
It's called Twist and Lace, and it's not a color, but it was beautiful. And she knit hers in Jojo Land Melody.
Yeah, Jojo Land.
And I asked her, I said, is that Jojo Land Melody? And she's like, yes. And everybody's like looking at me. I go, y'all might know your flosses. I know my yarn.
We're learning our flosses.
We're learning that We're learning
quickly. Escalating quickly.
So Stitchy Mail, another Stitchy Mail. I won. You can't win if you don't enter.
Right.
Michelle Bendy Stitchy was doing this little giveaway, and it was she know how she trifolds her little patterns that she rips out of magazines. It was called Get Fresh, and I think I wanted it because of the leaf.
Maybe.
I don't remember why I wanted this. Or maybe I wanted it for the finish. I don't remember, but anyway.
The finish looks cool.
Yeah, the finish looked really cute. Oh, no, I know why I wanted it. Because it's stitched on felt with waste canvas, and I'm having a really hard time learning waste canvas, and I thought this would be great.
Cool.
To practice on.
So,
that's why. And she sent, look at this cute vintagey postcard she sent me.
That's cute.
I thought it was adorable. Gender equality and women's empowerment are essential components of
Magna Carta.
Yeah. But anyway.
Very cool.
And she wrote me a little nice note on the back.
Cute.
Okay, and the really exciting Stitchy Mail. I'm going to tell you this again. I've already told you. If you watch this, I don't know if you watch our flosstube. But if you do, I've already told you, you did not have to do this. I would have bought them. But I admired when she was packing these up to send to some sort of sale in Japan. Or about Japan, I don't remember. But anyway, I was like, oh, those are really cute. I'm going to have to get those. And, well, she sent them to me.
Aw, that's really nice. Cranky Stitch?
Cranky Stitch. 2 fans and a Japanese girl.
Oh, the little Kokeshi doll. That's cute.
Yeah, she's cute. Which fan you want?
I know you like green, so I'll go with the one with the less green.
There you go.
Ah, thank you, Cranky Stitch.
And then this little cupcake. What's cupcake?
Ooh, yeah.
Annie
I like
likes cupcakes.
Oh, yeah.
So this was just an extra little one. So cute. I'm going to give that to Annie.
Oh, thank you.
So I share.
Yay.
But she really did not have to do this. It's like sprinkling some stitchy kindness your way. Happy sewing from Liz at Cranky Stitch.
Aw,
So sweet.
That's really sweet.
I was
Thank
like,
you.
I saw it and I realized it was from Australia and I was like, did I order needle minders and forgot about it?
That could happen with us.
It could
That could
definitely
definitely happen.
It could totally happen. And I was like, did I order some? And so I opened it up and I was like, oh, there's a card this time. There's like a little note. And I read it and I was like, there was no invoice. And I was like, oh, she's so sweet. And I messaged her last night and she's like, it's fine. You liked them. So I sent them. So
Aww,
it was
that's
very
cute.
very, very
That's
exciting.
nice.
So that's my, oh no, I guess I should show my other haul that I got to just today.
It's Stitchy related.
It is Stitchy related. We went to Target on our way to Annie's. Like, I have not been out of my house in like 2 weeks. I have not felt good.
Since you got back from...
Yeah, literally since I got
Stitch
back
Away.
from Stitch Away, I have not been out of my house. I've just not felt good, and then it turned into a whole thing.
Zombification.
Yeah, I went to the doctor, and now the antibiotics are kicking my butt. So, because I'm exhausted. I might sound perky, but on the inside,
I'm dying. I'm like Gudetama. I'm crawling into my eggshell.
I want to be that. Like, where is he?
Where's
I wanna be-
any of his states?
I want to be him right now.
And the one on the bottom with the butt sticking out.
Yeah, that's totally. And I can't. And plus, I know it's the antibiotic, and I've been coughing a lot at night, and I don't know whether that's reflux or I don't know it, or just that's when the cough kicks
on an
in.
incline. It helps.
And so
Just-
sleep has been avoiding me.
yes.
But anyway, so we stopped at Target and I found this, and I thought, cross stitches can go in these little holes.
Maybe super glue some magnets so you can kind of...
So change them out?
Yeah.
Oh, no, super glue washers and put magnets on the back, or super glue magnets back here and put washers on the back.
Something like that. Yeah. Maybe it'll work
That way I
out.
could change them out.
For like the seasons or whatever.
And I kind of like the green, but then I thought I could also paint it. And everybody has their fancy boards for displaying their needle minders. And I've obviously been collecting a lot of needle minders lately. So they get theirs from IKEA, and I think the ones at IKEA are like $9, which is not bad. But I saw this at Target today for $5 in the dollar spot, and was like, why not? Oh, the
Magnetic
house
tile.
was from the dollar spot too, and it's got the little hangers on the back so I can hang it, and I can just put my needle minders on here.
That's cute.
So,
I'm gonna have to go get one. Probably go up to the one in Louisville or something.
yeah, because I got this one on Beltline. This was the last one.
Yeah.
I did not. And I walked around twice.
That is cool.
So.
Very pretty.
And the house is also from the dollar spot. It was
$5.
$5, and I thought, why
That
not?
is cute.
And it's sturdy.
It's like a shadow box.
It's hefty.
Yeah, that's for $5 dollar bin deal. That's not bad.
Yeah. So
That's pretty good.
that is it.
Did you bring stuff from your stash to show off? Because we talked about doing that.
No, I was from my bin. No.
Okay.
Yes, I did. Those two that I showed in
Were
haul,
stash type
Those
things.
were things I had gotten and had not shown. I am going to start bringing a little bit at a time from the eBay rabbit hole that I went down, and the stash unload rabbit hole I went down.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've been kicked off of stash unload, Drew, so don't feel bad.
How'd you get kicked off of stash? I've never been on stash.
For the
Unload.
same reason Drew got kicked off of stash unload, because I cross post on two different unload sites,
Oh,
and apparently
that's a no-no.
apparently the lady who runs stash unload is a Nazi, and
All right
she
then.
kicked me off.
Yeah, you know.
So,
I have a stash item to show off.
oh, cool.
I figured if I'm not buying too much this next year, then I won't have a lot of haul to show. I might as well show some stuff from my stash, which is pretty epic. So I got this a couple years ago because I saw it on Pinterest and just fell in love with it. It's the Trick or Treat sampler from the Victoria sampler. I believe that's Hardanger.
We're gonna have to sit down and teach ourselves Hardanger.
Yeah, but this is I wasn't even remotely sure of what the heck I was doing when I bought this, and so I'm like, let me just get the pattern. I found the pattern, and I got it. And then I realized it needs all these fancy threads. This ain't DMC we working with here. There's like a lot of Krenix and silk threads and stuff like that. So I found the accessory pack. I'll have to find the accessory pack later and show you. The accessory pack was like $40-some, and it's tiny. It's tiny. But it has all the stuff, including some charms, like a little spider charm that you put on the Hardanger section. And so,
We're gonna have to teach ourselves.
you know, we can teach ourselves anything, right? I'm not afraid of nothing craft related.
Looks like there's a lot of fancy stitches in between too.
Yes,
but you've done needlepoint before, so some of those should be.
Yeah, I mean, and again, I'm not. I guess some people are afraid to try new stuff. I'm just like, well, I don't know what to be afraid of, so I'm just gonna try it.
Okay. All right. So our last section, we're done. We're going to do giveaway a la Michelle Bendy Stitchy. I pulled some pages out of some of the magazines that I showed on my, well, actually only out of one magazine that I showed on my retreat recovery video. And so I'm going to show them to you. Be over 18, be a subscriber, and don't say giveaway, and, you know, standard rules. So here they are. I have dinner's ready. These are what they are. I can read what they say. One says, hang on, I gotta match it up. If you want breakfast in bed, sleep in the kitchen. Today's menu: 1, take it. 2, leave it. Number 3 is, I love to cook with wine. Sometimes I even put it in the food.
Good old Julia Child there.
So if you want to, if you want this one, say, I want to stitch dinner in the comments, and you will be added to the drawing. This is Spring Fever by someone. Do you see a designer?
Let me see.
Anchor, da 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 da.
Maybe it's just one published by the
Maybe.
magazine.
It is called Spring Fever, Capture the Sunny Charm of Ed and Edwina Hedgehog as they catch whirling blossoms in the breeze.
Hedgehogs.
Hedgehogs! I thought those were cute and somebody might want to stitch it. And you get a little bonus thank you and home sweet home.
For
I'll flash
like
those.
scissor fobs or whatever.
Yep. So I want to stitch Ed and Edwina or the hedgehogs. Seed packets. There's 4 of them. I want to stitch the seed packets. And the last one is Peter Rabbit. I was going to keep him and stitch him myself because I love Peter Rabbit.
Oh, Peter Rabbit.
And he's adorable. So if you want to stitch Peter Rabbit, say, I want to stitch Peter
Rabbit.
She didn't make anything dirty. So.
Do you want to do our 5 things about us?
5 things about us. Sure.
We talked about that, so.
The last 5 things about us. Ready?
Okay.
Let me find mine.
You want to load yours up? Sorry. We didn't print our show notes out. We're just looking at our phones. Because we're cheaters.
I'm a genius.
We're bad. Well, I'll start with my first one while she's looking at hers. I love lipstick. I don't wear much makeup, but I love lipstick.
Which she's not wearing right now.
I'm not wearing right now because I was cleaning the house when Hanane came over. So
I got here a little early.
She got here a little early. I had to put on real clothes and stuff. But I collected so much this past year. I don't know why. I just went crazy with lipstick. I probably collected like 100 of them. They're awesome. It's something to brighten your day. I don't have to put much effort into putting lipstick on, and it looks cute. So, you ready for your number one?
My number one is I'm a car girl. I love Mustangs. I love old muscle cars, basically. We were driving home from Annie's one day and going down Beltline, and at this Jiffy Lube, there was, and for sale, there was a white Mustang. And I told my husband, I go, there was a 67, 68 Mustang back there for sale. I go, let's turn around and go look at it. And he's like, okay. And we pulled up, and he goes, oh, that's not a 60, that's like 70s Mustang. And I'm like, no, it's a 67. I go, it's a 67 or 68 Mustang. Walked up and read the description. It was a 1967. Thank you very much.
Boom.
I do know my cars. And I go, see, told you. Yeah, it was like $20-something thousand.
Oh, of course.
But it was
especially fully restored or something.
Yeah,
like that'd be crazy.
It was. She was pretty.
Yeah.
It was white. I would have changed the color.
Of course.
But she was pretty.
Nice. You want me to do my number two?
Do your number two?
Okay. My hair has been every color of the rainbow. I've had the normal colors: red, blonde, black. I've also had the non-normal ones like blue, pink, purple,
Turquoise.
green, turquoise. I've
Peacock
loved,
color.
yeah, peacock, rainbow, unicorn hair. I've loved them all. I just lately, since I've been working in an office, and you never know what, some offices are cool, some aren't. And so I haven't dyed it in a few years, any sort of funky colors, just to avoid any problems that can arise. But I do miss it quite a bit.
I, however, can color my hair any color I want.
Yeah, but nobody will know.
Green with purple polka dots.
But nobody would know.
I would know.
As long as you know.
My hair could be green with purple polka dots. You'd never know.
You could not have hair.
I could not have hair.
You could be bald.
I could be.
You could have Voldemort on the back of your head for all we know.
That would be terrible.
I know.
My number two, and this is going to be funny, seeing how I just went to Stitch Away. I hate to fly. I hate it. Actually, I don't hate the flying part. I hate the taking off and the landing part.
That's trippy. It feels like your stomach's falling out as they take off.
Hate it.
That's rough.
You have no idea how much I hate it. It's like I'm praying the whole time. Once I'm up there, I'm good. It's just that taking off and the land. When they start taxiing, I'm like, oh crap, here we go.
You feel like you're Fred Flintstone. You gotta put your feet out to help the plane stop. That's what it feels like sometimes.
And then when they're like, flight attendants prepare for landing, I'm like, oh crap, here we go. Oh my god. And yeah.
Oh my gosh.
But once I'm up there, I'm fine.
Yeah, because it doesn't really feel like much when you're up there.
Unless it starts getting turbulent.
Oh my gosh,
Turbulence freaks
yes.
me out. Turbulence freaks me out. So as long as it's in smooth flight and it's not going and things are not shaking and the thing flaps are not.
Speed bumps.
I've been on flights where the overhead bins have opened up because of turbulence. Yeah, no.
That's scary. Projectile.
Or where it's gone, the plane's gone. Whoa! Like,
oh yeah.
Hell no! I'm like, I'm on off now.
I've been thrown to the seat in front of me. I remember when we flew to Korea a few years ago, we left from Detroit and we're flying over Canada, and I guess, I don't know, rough day in Canada or something, and there was like about an hour of turbulence, like really rough turbulence. And I remember I had a window seat, and I was so tired, I was just leaning up against the window, staring at this one cloud, being like, please let it be over. I can't deal with 14 hours of this.
We flew home from Morocco one time, and apparently we flew out of Amsterdam, and we apparently flew like north, and was swinging around, and I looked out the window, and down below, nothing but ice, and I was like, fuck.
That's a naughty word.
If this
Gotta censor you.
So
I have this I haven't talked about the thing I have where if some people don't believe things unless they see them for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe Morocco exists because I've never seen it for myself.
I don't believe Korea exists.
She's
Even
not
though Maggie lives there, I don't believe it exists.
She lives in an imaginary place for all we know.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't believe in Korea either until I actually went there and saw it. And so now I believe in Korea.
I don't believe in Rome.
Because you've never been? I believe in it because I've been.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know if I should I believe in Russia? Because I kind of flew over Russia and I looked out and I saw mountains. Does that count?
Well, I flew over the polar ice cap, so does that count?
I don't
And
know.
I saw the ice down below.
Did you see Santa?
No.
He doesn't believe in you anyway.
He doesn't believe me. Yeah, but I'm telling you, looking out and seeing nothing but a bunch of ice, that was scary as hell.
Yeah.
Oh, and the fact that I took a nap, like a 30-minute nap on an airplane, and we were still flying by Lake Erie. That bitch is big.
Is it Erie?
It's Erie, the long skinny one.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I forget, is it actually an Erie Lake? I've only seen Lake Michigan when I was in Chicago. That's Lake Michigan,
flying home from, excuse me, flying home from Pennsylvania.
Nice.
It was crazy.
Erie Lake.
Okay, number 3.
Number 3, I love cooking and baking. I just don't get a lot of time to do it right now. This week I got an Instapot a couple months ago, so I'm still kind of experimenting with that, and I made a pot roast in an hour, and it was amazing. I love it because you can it has a saute function, so you turn on the little sauteer, and then you can saute your roast, and then put all your ingredients in, shut it, and an hour later, it's perfect. It tastes almost exactly like you've been letting it sit in a crock pot or the oven all day.
Awesome.
But it's an hour. But yes, cooking, baking, and I cook all sorts of stuff, not just American stuff. I've made tteokbokki, I've made Indian food, everything. So
she's great with the egg curry, though. That's okay.
That's okay. I know now.
She knows now. So I do like cooking too. That's not on my list, but I do like cooking, and I finally, oh my god, I finally found a YouTuber who does Indian cooking. I'm sorry, I got the glare on my phone. Who does Indian cooking, and she speaks English really, really well, and she does the measurements in
English Standard. Yeah.
And she is a South Indian. She's Hindu, but that's cool. I don't care. And
you can cook.
I think
food for everybody.
As long as she cooks.
Food for everybody.
As long as she cooks.
Good food.
I don't care. And so she's been doing a lot of really good recipes, and so I've been running them past my husband, and he's like, yes, I could eat that. And then he's been showing me some other recipes, and I'm finally learning the names of the damn spices so I can figure out what the hell goes into stuff. And so I realized.
What did you realize?
I realized that I was lucky, even though at the time I kind of hated it. When my ex-mother-in-law was staying with us, may she rest in peace, that I did learn Moroccan cooking, and so, yeah.
Seth made couscous the other night. It's like a basic instant couscous, but it's still tasty.
Awesome. So yeah, cooking, that's something we have in common. We do like to cook together.
We can cook up a storm. It's kind of dangerous.
It is. And I think the mysterious birthday thing that we're going on, I know nothing. I know that we're going somewhere. I just don't know where we're going. And we're going for a weekend. We have cooking facilities, right?
Maybe.
Well, I said we were going
to you can start a fire anywhere. Right?
Okay. I had said.
You kill it, you cook it.
Awesome. Eat donkey. It's a Mexican donkey show. Awesome.
Yay. So it's time for your number 3.
I hate toe socks. Those ones that go between each like gloves for your toes. I hate them. Hate.
How about tabby socks? That's just
tabby socks
between one toe.
Okay, those I can deal with because they're like thongs and it just goes between your big toe and your second toe.
Yeah.
That I can deal with, but no!
Making finger toes. Toe fingers.
No, and God, no. I hate it. It feels weird. I feel like I got crud between my toes, and I can't stand that. And I'm just like, no, I hate toe socks.
I got some toe socks because I'm like, they're so cute. I could totally rock this. No, my toes are too short.
Well, there's that.
Depressing.
There's that too. I mean,
Your toes are longer than mine.
My toes are longer. I just hate that feeling of shit between my toes. Can't, no. Don't like toe socks. Tabby socks, the one toe.
Is okay.
Japanese tabby socks I can deal with. I've actually picked up a few pair of those at
Daiso. Nice.
Your next one?
Okay, my next one, I worked at Starbucks in high school and early college, so I can make a pretty mean latte. I'm pretty good at coffee making in general.
Oh.
Yeah, her crotch is glowing apparently. So I think that's a side effect of the zombie virus that she has. Hoping mine doesn't start to glow. But yeah, so and Starbucks, I'll admit, is not the best coffee in the world, but it was a decent company to work for, and I learned.
Friends don't let friends drink corporate coffee.
Yeah, and I learned some of the ins and outs and what I like, what I don't like, so it was awesome. So I can still make a pretty mean cappuccino.
She can, and her foam is so stiff that spoon stands with it.
Yeah, it's concrete.
I don't know how the hell she does it because I've got the same damn thing and I can't get mine to do that.
I'm a wizard.
She's a wizard.
I'm a wizard, Harry.
Okay, number 4 for me is I have a passion for photography. Actually, I think we both do.
Yeah.
We both bought cameras. We finally pulled that trigger after saying we were going to do it for, 3 years?
Right, something like that.
2.5.
Even had the model picked out, and it was just like,
yeah.
Pew, pew. Just had to pull the trigger.
Waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, going, okay, am I going to do it? Am I not going to do it? Am I going to buy it? Am I not going to buy it?
I mean, it's a big purchase.
It is a big purchase.
And
I was like, am I going to use it? And I do. I have used it.
Yeah,
I love
I've used mine.
I like it. I got some different lenses for it. I took a basic DSLR class at the community college, and I learned a lot about all of the f-stops and this and that and lighting and all sorts of things.
Not shooting on auto.
Not shooting on auto. Get it off of auto and play with it.
Yeah.
And I've watched a lot of video tutorials and stuff on different things, and I've got a whole Pinterest board for photography that I enjoy looking at. I bought some toy lenses for my camera. I still need to get an adapter for one of them that I'm really excited about. Mm-hmm. And so.
Awesome. I haven't been able to delve into it as much as Hanane has, but I've gotten it off auto and I've played with it. My favorite thing that I did is when we were in, we basically had to take a trip this summer for family reasons, and we ended up in Casper, Wyoming for the solar eclipse. And I didn't have a solar filter, so I couldn't take pictures while it was progressing, but once the moon completely eclipsed the sun, I got some great shots there.
Awesome.
And that was probably the coolest thing. And there's going to be another total solar eclipse in 2024 in Dallas, is one of the main cities. So I have until then to find a solar filter, and I'd love to take some pictures during the eclipse before it goes to totality. So yeah, that'll be awesome.
I've been working on my silhouette pictures.
Mm-hmm.
It has to do with the lighting and shit, so I've been working on that. So, and I'm thinking about in the spring taking the next step up, level 2.
Awesome.
Of the photography class.
Was that Richland?
Yeah, Richland.
Did you have to go in person or was it online?
In person.
That's right down the street from Bistro B. That might not be so bad.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Vietnamese places. It's open till 2 in the morning on the weekends.
Their nativity rocks.
Oh gosh, that's awesome.
Literally, it's got a disco ball.
Yep, the Star Bethlehem's a disco ball.
All right, number 5.
Number 5, I just kind of threw this in. I refuse to act or dress my age. I'm going to wear what I want and say what I want and do what I want. I'm in my late 30s now. It's kind of disturbing. I'm closer to 40 than I am 20. But I still I would rather watch cartoons versus CSI or any crap like that. I guess some people consider it immature. I figure I work for a living, I pay my taxes, I'm a responsible adult in that regard, but I do like cutesy things and
And
wearing
pushing.
Yeah, I do.
Gudetama.
I have pushing on my shirt, eating ramen, slurping them noodles. So, I don't know. I guess I look at other people my age and I'm like, wow, we're just worlds different. I have a pillow pet back there. I think that one might actually be the one. Yeah, Stormy back there.
That's me.
Yeah, so I don't act or feel like the typical person in my late 30s. So
I don't feel like I'm gonna be 50 in
yeah,
what, a couple of weeks.
Yeah, another month or so here.
Yeah, so
it's do you. I remember working with a lady, and she was much older, but I was wearing like a red hoodie or something like that I really liked, and she's just like, I just couldn't wear that color, and I'm like, the color red? No, I shouldn't wear that at my age.
Wear what you want.
The color red. What's wrong with the color red? That's one of the colors in our flag. Like, red's a good color.
Red's an awesome color.
Red roses? Red,
Wear it.
red meat? I was like, if you don't like it, don't wear it.
The Red Hat Society, the big red hats with
hats?
purple.
Yes.
Totally gonna rock
I'm
that
like,
later.
if you don't like the color red, don't wear the color red. But don't use the excuse that
That
it's
you're too old.
age. Come on.
Just wear it.
That's if you like it, then wear it. Like, life's too short to care that much what other people think.
My number 5, and it's kind of along the same lines, is I have skinny jeans because of her. It's true.
Got work the booty. Jeans.
It's true. I have skinny jeans because of Annie. I was like, I can't wear those, and she's like, yes, you can. So we went shopping, and she helped me pick out a pair. I now have 2.
She went back.
I have
for more.
I love shopping. I love shopping at Torrid. I've got my boyfriend jeans from there, which are totally comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I dress like a 50-year-old. At least I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
That is my number 5. I have skinny jeans because of Annie.
Yeah, I'm a bad influence.
So, that's our whole 20.
Yeah. That was a lot. That took us 3 videos to get through, right?
Yeah, it did.
That's cool.
Oh, something that I am totally into recently are John James Petites needles.
I think there was, because I was looking at, there was some sort of post where people talking about what their favorite needles to use were. I think John James came up, and then Pat's favorite needles. Have you used those?
No, but somebody posted some of, they're like $15 a package. And they're supposed to be like the Mercedes or the Rolls Royce. I'm thinking John James is Mercedes because this set of 4 is like $5. And I'm like, oof, ouch.
Yeah, I'm
the
liking
bowpin needles. I like those that Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery sends with their kits, and
Yeah.
I think what's her name from Cottage Needle sends those too.
Yep. Bohemian needles are nice.
John James needles. We were given a set at Stitchaway.
Mm-hmm.
The newbies were, and I like petite needles. I've discovered.
Mm-hmm.
They're shorter.
Mm-hmm.
Which means running it underneath, because I work down to like the very, like
the nub left of floss.
Yeah, and so to run them underneath, it makes it so much easier.
Nice.
They're size 28, I think is what she gave us, and
I think Bohemian, the ones we usually get are 26s.
Yeah.
The Bohemian needles.
So I've really discovered that I quite like it. So
Awesome. I'll have to check those out.
I'll bring them in.
Should we talk about plans? I don't think we ain't covered plans.
My plans are to work on my whips that are in timeout, work on my ornaments some, do my cross stitcher, that one, and hopefully on the 31st, the 1st, get the next
MFE style.
MFE.
That's cute. I might have to look into that. But my plans, I'm going to either get back to my Clear Moon sampler or my Sweetest Pie now that I've finished a big linen piece. I want to continue. I really
How much
like
do you have
it.
left on your Sweetest Pie? How many months are you behind? A lot?
Yeah.
Well,
Like 7.
seeing how I think Stephanie finished hers.
Well, so finish up to date, I think there's 3 pies left.
Oh, hers isn't the sweetest pie. Which one's hers? The desserts, just desserts or whatever it was.
Okay, yeah, that's a different one. That's a different sampler Frosted Pumpkin has, I think. But no, the sweetest pie is still going. So I should pick that up again. But I don't know, the Clear Moon one seems fun too. So
I would like to do
I'll just decide later.
the autumn sampler or the forest. Is it the
Which
forest?
one? Prairie Schooler?
No,
Or
Frosted Pumpkin.
Frosted Pumpkin, the Woodland sampler.
The woodland sampler.
Woodland sampler's cute. Oh, so my coworker Cassandra, I introduced her to Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery before Christmas because she was getting into cross stitch and she loves animals. So I'm like, you have to look at this Into the Jungle Sal that's going on. I originally didn't get into it because I was afraid there would be danger noodles, aka snakes. And I saw a comment on Instagram where this one lady's like, this is cute, but yes, I was afraid that there would be a snake one month. And the Frosted Pumpkin responded saying there are no snakes into the jungle. So they were no danger noodles. So if that was causing anybody to hesitate.
Well, that was my main hesitation.
That was mine. That was mine too.
I was like, that sloth is totally cute, but.
And the tiger sneak peek. The tiger's awesome.
No, like the danger noodles.
Yeah, I don't want a danger noodle in my jungle. It's a danger noodle-less jungle. But yeah, so there's no danger noodles. So if anybody's interested, I'm debating on it. I mean, like I need one more freaking project, but
why not?
It's Frosted Pumpkin. I love pretty much everything
well,
they do.
Their woodland sampler, I have it. It's kitted.
Mhm.
And I even have the fabric for it and everything.
Awesome.
So I was thinking about maybe starting that.
You mean with your pumpkin passport and your Black Hat Society?
Don't judge.
Not judging at all.
Don't judge me.
Just commenting, making commentary from the peanut gallery. I'll finish my little quick stitch my office suite office. I'm gonna have to soak that MCG Ada to see if it gets any better because I intended to use that for my first full coverage piece.
What are you gonna do?
The Moonwink Diner from Bella Stitchery. Moonwink Diner. It's cute. It has a little full moon winking at you, and it says Moonwink Diner open all night. It looks so cute. So I got the floss for that. My immediate supervisor at work gave me a Joann's gift card for Christmas. So
I saw Cupcake Stitcher on Instagram.
Mhm.
She sent me a link to there's a full coverage piece that she's working on that is a sugar skull.
Oh, nice.
And it's very colorful. It's got the sugar
yes.
skull. It's kind of a Katrina. And she's got the full crown of flowers and their painted face, and it's just I think that might be my full coverage piece. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
But she's beautimous, and I could see her hanging in my craft room easily. When I get my craft room,
that's gonna happen. You're gonna get that craft room.
I'm getting my craft room.
And you need to decorate it.
I will.
Start now.
Yeah, well, that thing is probably gonna take me forever.
Yeah, I did see. Was it Stitchy Witch? I think I follow her on Instagram. And she was doing a full coverage piece of Alphonse Muha the Moon.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, oh wow, I love Art Nouveau anyway. But yeah, I was I'm like, where did you get this? Because there's a lot of people that make the charts for it, but not everyone makes good charts. Like with the detail that you need for a piece of work like that.
Right.
And so she got it from Cross Stitch Collectibles, she said.
Yeah, I forget the designer but she sent it to me, so I'm very excited about
that. So we might be going full coverage soon. They call it the full Monty if it's like a guy stripping. So what do you call if it's full coverage cross stitch?
Full coverage.
The full coverage. I don't know. We need some sort of lingo for that, I think.
So I guess we'll be saling our full coverage. But we're going to do it like we do our knitting sals. It's whatever.
Whatever we feel like.
Our knitting sals, our knitting cows, our knit-alongs. It's, start on the same day and do what you want.
Yeah. So she needs to catch up on Mina, so.
I need to catch up on Mina when I'm feeling more awake.
When she's feeling less like a Gudetama.
Yeah, and I can do it. I'm working on Jacob's hat, the colorful one.
Oh, yeah.
I put that down. I'm almost to the decreases. I've got to finish a blue section, a purple section, and then the crown will be a dark black.
Oh, they're cute.
So she's coming. Is coming along.
Mm-hmm.
And
the hat.
and WB's hat. Okay, we went to the yarn store. We bought yarn because he's like, I want another hat like his green hat, which he loves.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought the yarn.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was telling me, you know what? I really want it in the alpaca. Remember the alpaca? We bought it at Trinity
Ridge alpacas?
Yes.
Yeah. Like a couple crawls ago.
Yeah, the one he really liked. And he's like, I want it in the alpaca.
Okay.
I've already cast on in the gray yarn that we bought at the yarn store.
Weak.
So I'm just going to leave it on the needles.
Yeah.
I'm going to get another set of needles, which I have got plenty.
Yeah.
God knows.
We got plenty.
So I'm going to cast on, and so he's going to now have 3 frickin' Claudia hats.
He'll use them.
He will.
He will use them, and that's the main thing.
He will.
I mean, I'm not even, if I make something for somebody and it gets messed up while they used it, but I'm like, as long as you got a lot of use out of it before it fell apart, then that's the whole point to me, you know?
Right. Okay, we're going to have to.
We're good now?
I'm going to start coughing.
Okay, well, flosstube, it's good to be back.
Yeah.
With my fellow misfit.
I know we got off. It was like 3 weeks between our videos. We may be back next week to get kind of back on schedule.
Yeah.
So, or not.
We'll see.
It depends on what we get done.
Yeah. Hopefully, now that January's over, hopefully I can catch up on a lot of stuff. So, January's my busy month.
January is her busy month.
Really
next month we're going on our little trip.
Yeah.
The mystery trip. Birthday trip.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing that's in my plans. I'm thinking about stitching the Pisces for Satsuma Street.
I think I've seen that one before.
The Taurus is really cute for yours. I like the Taurus. If Jakar's a Sagittarius, and I like the Sagittarius, so I'm thinking about stitching the Sagittarius and the Pisces just to hang in our house.
Seth always hates his sign because it's Cancer, the crab. He doesn't like it because his zodiac is a disease.
Oh.
But it's a crab. Crabs are tasty.
Oh.
Right.
And the Satsuma Street Cancer is pretty.
Okay. I'll take a look at Satsuma's Cancer. That sounds horrible, but I'm sorry in advance.
Sorry.
That offends anybody, but...
Sorry, Satsuma Street.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
Sorry about that, but I will take a look at your astrological signs. There we go.
I like them, and I like them stitched on the dark. Candy Stitch's got a really pretty sparkly dark fabric that she's doing.
Nice.
Hers is Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Aquarius.
Is this in fact the dawning of the age of Aquarius?
Which we've sang at a restaurant with a group of people who started singing. We just joined in, and yeah, we karaoke anywhere, people. That's a fun fact about me and Annie.
Right.
And Seth. He will join in. We will sing along. They started singing Age of Aquarius. We just joined in. We were like, why the hell not?
Exactly.
And they turned around and applauded us. We applauded them.
It works.
Lovely.
It was at a Turkish restaurant.
It was at a Turkish restaurant in Grand Prairie.
Yeah, I think Grand Prairie, Arlington, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
That was awesome. All right.
Where we just randomly karaoke.
That's us.
That's us.
All
That's
right.
why we are the Misfits.
Exactly.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you next time.